Welcome back to another edition of Coming Soon. What's this? 2 coming soons in the span of 7 days? Yes, because they keep sending me stuff. So I got today, this is what my life is like right now. A package arrives in the mail and I'm like, oh boy, I can record another Coming Soon. So I got this voluminous package that you won't read the address on, and I don't even know what's in here. So let us discover together. These are all discs, if you've never seen one of these before. These are all discs that are to be released publicly in the next, let's say, 1 week to 1 month. I tend to get these pretty early, so this is the first look I've had at some of these releases and maybe the first look you've had. And I crack them open and I show you what the packaging looks like and I read the back and we all kind of discover together. So coming from, wow, this is interesting. This is from VCI Entertainment and MVD Visual. This is the CISCO Kid Western Movie Collection. This is 13 movies on 5 DVDs. Now, I've never seen any CISCO Kid films. I thought it was a TV show. Maybe it was. I really don't know much of anything about this other than it was a Latino superhero isn't the word. Hero, Western hero. Cowboy, caballero, what have you, many years ago. So let's look at some of this, shall we? Of all the heroes of the Old West, few were as well-loved and easily recognized as the CISCO Kid, based on O. Henry's famous... I didn't know it was O. Henry. O. Henry's famous character, together with his bumbling but lovable amigo Pancho, CISCO has entertained millions of children and adults for many years. This rough-and-tumble 5-disc collection containing 13 movies combining the talents of both Gilbert Roland and Duncan Ronaldo starring in the role of the CISCO Kid. This collection includes the following titles. I'm not going to read everything on the back of the box. We have South of the Rio Grande from 1945, The Girl from San Lorenzo, 1950, Satan's Cradle from 1949, The Daring Caballero from 1949, The CISCO Kid Returns from 1945, CISCO Kid in Old New Mexico, 1945, The Gay Amigo, 1949. Those were all Duncan Ronaldo. Now we have Gilbert Roland in The Gay Cavalier, 1946, Beauty and the Bandit, 1946, South of Monterey, 1946, Riding the California Trail, 1947, Robin Hood of Monterey, 1947, and King of the Bandits, 1947. Now here's the deal. These are all about an hour long. This is from the days of double features, where double features were common. You had your A feature and your B feature, and one or both tended to be not terribly long so that you could fit 2 movies in a program and have that program repeat maybe 2-3 times a day back then. Nowadays, one film is the equivalent of what a double feature with all of the accoutrements were back then. So let's see what this looks like. So that's 13 movies on 5 discs. They're each about an hour, so not the time commitment that I initially thought it was when I just looked at 13 movies and my knees got a little weak despite sitting down. So we've got the front cover and the back. We open it up and it's just the discs. It's the discs arrayed that away. Nice layout. Some companies are not quite as careful with the discs as this. So this is VCI. As always, if you look in the text description below this video, I have all the information as to when the release dates are, who's releasing them, and Amazon links that will let you click through and pre-order. Sometimes at a pretty sizable discount. I just was looking at something today and it was like a 40 or 50% off pre-order, which is pretty crazy. And also the full specs that I might not have read are on there. So up next, from Synapse Films, we have Christina Lindberg in Black Circle. This is a newer film, I believe. Let us find out. This is from 2019, 103 minutes, color 235, widescreen. It is subtitled in English. So what do we have? Good cannot exist without evil. 2 sisters, Celeste and Ilsa, fall under the terrifying spell of a mysterious vinyl record from the 1970s. I've fallen under the spell of many a vinyl record from the 70s. Used to help with stress and bring the listener to a state of calming self-hypnosis, Plantasia. The recording has the unfortunate side effect of manifesting a doppelganger of the listener into our world. This double then grows stronger by the day to copy and take over the life of the person who played the vinyl. I would call it a record. Seeking the help of the woman who originally created this recording, hypnotist Lena Carlson, that's Christina Lindberg to you and me, from Thriller, Cruel Picture, and many other fun things. Celeste and Ilsa try to banish the doppelgangers back to their own world before their lives are lost forever. Directed by internationally acclaimed horror master Adrian Garcia Bagliano. Here Comes the Devil in Late Phases. I've heard of that. Black Circle is a top-notch psychological horror with a sci-fi bent that, as a doppelganger tale, rivals the best of the remakes of and films inspired by the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So, special features. Haunting Original Motion Pictures soundtrack included on CD. Ooh, that's cool. Audio commentary by director or original teaser trailer, Don't Open Your Eyes, original short film, interview with Adrian Garcia Bogliano and Christina Lindberg, cool. Inside the Black Circle, behind the scenes featurette, and a still gallery. So now we crack it open. I say crack it open, I'm careful. I take good care of my stuff. So we have the trademark Synapse black Blu-ray case. You've got your disc. You've got a cool little postcard replica of the poster. You have your standard Synapse catalog that lists all their releases. And then, cool, you've got the CD soundtrack that looks like an LP, which is cool because, you know, music LPs, but also the theme of this film is an LP, which is, again, I guess, where the circles come from. So Black Circle, that's coming soon, which looks pretty cool. Also from Synapse, ooh, this is a 4K Ultra HD, as well as a, not from Synapse, this is from Cauldron Films, a 4K Ultra HD and regular Blu-ray of Lucio Fulci's City of the Dead. That one, I believe, has a scene that I will never forget featuring a woman puking up her intestines. I could be wrong. They kind of blurred to me. So, when a priest hangs himself inside a monastery, inside a cemetery, let me start that again. When a priest hangs himself inside a cemetery, he opens the gates of hell in the mysterious New England town of Dunwich. At the same moment, a psychic named Mary Woodhouse, that's Catriona MacColl of the Beyond, enters a trance and witnesses the cosmic events unfold, causing her to seemingly die of fright. After being buried alive, she is rescued by skeptical reporter Peter Bell, that's Christopher George from Pieces and many millions of other fun things, who joins her on the journey toward Dunwich to help close the gates of hell before evil is unleashed upon the world. What will they be able to close the gates in time, or will the souls of Dunwich forever become stuck in the twilight void? I know I've seen this movie before, but I don't remember it very well. I'm sure once I watch this, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's that one. Special features, disc 1 and 2, new commentary by Sam Deegan, who's great, commentary by Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson, who are great, archival commentary with Catriona MacColl, archival commentary with Giovanni Lombardo Radice, who I believe just passed away not long ago. Disc 3, interview with Massimo Antonello Geleng, interview with Giovanni Lombardo Radice, on stage Q&A with I'm always terrible with names, with on stage Q&A with Ventanini and Ruggero Diodato, Catriona MacColl Q&A, Fabio Frizzi Q&A, interview with Gino De Rossi, interview with Carlo DeMejo, a trip through Bonaventure Cemetery, trailers, image gallery, plus more archival extras and other surprises. This is, disc 1 is a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, disc 2 is a regular Blu-ray, disc 3 are the Blu-ray extras in HD and SD. It's films from 1980. It's 93 minutes long, 185 widescreen. It's in English or Italian mono, and you got your Dolby HD master audio. You got your Dolby Vision, and disc 1, the 4K is all region. Disc 2, the regular Blu-ray, is region A, and disc 3, the Blu-ray with the extras, is also all region. So let's crack this open and see what the insides look like, which is pretty appropriate for a Fulci film when you think about it. He was a cinematic internist, so to speak. Sort of like an unboxing video, these things I do. So we have, on the inside, we have a Cauldron Films insert over there. We got your disc 1, we got your disc 2, and we got your disc 3, and that's that. And oh, it is a reversible cover. Did not notice that before. So your normal cover looks a little something like this. That's the cover art, and your reverse looks a little something like that. So I will be, as always, reviewing these things in full, and when I do the proper reviews, I will be going through every little inch of every little extra and letting you know what they are. Right now, we're just kind of going over whatever it says on the box to give you a first look, as it were, at these things. As I sort of daintily unwrap, ooh, this is what I was looking for. See, I put in requests for these things. Sometimes they send me things I don't ask for. Sometimes I forget what I've requested, but I'm very glad that I've requested the Synapse 4K Ultra HD edition of Dario Argento's Tenebrae, which is an Argento film I love. Really nice cover there. This is 2-disc 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray set. I love that they do that. So people who don't have 4K yet but think maybe the next player I have will be able to do 4K. Maybe the next TV I buy will be able to do 4K. With these sets that give you, I feel like I'm on QVC. With these sets that they give you both, you can enjoy the Blu-ray now, and then when you get the 4K set, you've already got like a 4K library. I'm kind of like that with 3D. I would like to eventually have 3D capability with a projector. They don't make 3D TVs anymore, and I do have several 3D Blu-rays that come with, you know, a 2D version of it, and I can't wait till the day that comes. So I'm not going to read the back of the box entirely for this. What is this about? This is about the film is an Italian or American author, think Stephen King, who writes really grody, gross novels, violent novels, named Peter Neal, who's played by Tony Franciosa. He goes over to Italy, to Rome on a book tour, and people start getting murdered in the style of his books, and suspicion turns to him. So what do we have here? We have, I'm going to read you the specs on this one. This beautiful 2-disc, one 4K, one of them is 4K, one of them is Blu-ray, contains the original uncut release of Tenebrae in both Italian and English languages, along with hours of amazing extras. The 4K Ultra HD disc is encoded and mastered in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible. Now, if you know anything about Synapse Films and Don May, he doesn't release anything until he's satisfied with it, and he has very exacting standards. So if Don May releases this, if Synapse releases this, it's going to look great. It's going to look good. It's going to look better than any version that's come out before, and it's always worth their wait. So the specs here, disc 1, 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, Ultra HD Blu-ray. Ultra HD is a Blu-ray. Blu-ray is also a Blu-ray. You get your 4K Blu-ray presentation, original Italian and English, front and end titles and insert shots, restored original lossless mono Italian and English soundtracks, English subtitles for the Italian soundtrack, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for the English soundtrack, audio commentary by authors and critics, Alan Jones and Kim Newman, audio commentary by Argento expert Thomas Rostock, audio commentary by Maitland McDonough, author of Broken Mirrors, Broken Minds, The Dark Dreams of Dario Argento, Yellow Fever, The Rise and Fall of the Giallo, a feature-length documentary charting the genre from its beginnings to its influence on the modern slasher film, featuring interviews with Dario Argento, Umberto Lenzi, Luci Fulci, and more. Being the Villain, a newly edited archival interview with actor John Steiner. Out of the Shadows, an archival interview with Maitland McDonough. Voices of the Unsane, an archival featurette containing interviews with writer-director Dario Argento, actress Daria Nicolodi and Eva Robbins, cinematographer Luciano Tovioli, composer Claudio Simonetti, and assistant director Lamberto Bava. Screaming Queen, an archival interview with Daria Nicolodi, The Unsane World of Tenebrae, an archival interview with Dario Argento, composition for Carnage, archival interview with Claudio Simonetti, archival introduction by Daria Nicolodi, international theatrical trailer, Japanese shadow theatrical trailer, alternate opening credit sequence, Unsane end credit sequence, image galleries. Disc 2, HD presentation, all the same content as Disc 1. Okay, so this is a region A, B, and C. That means anywhere you pop this in the world, it will play. It is not rated 101 minutes, and it's got a slip case that, sing along, slips, and we have the same interview. We have the same cover there, same back information. We crack it open. We've got this trademark black Synapse case. We've got the Tenebrae disc with that wonderful sequence in the film. We have the aforementioned Synapse catalog, and we have the, what do we have? We have the 4K here and the Blu-ray here. So no insane tuck-ins, although this catalog, the Synapse catalog, is pretty hefty. They've got quite a release, quite a library of releases. So I'm going to bend down right now, nothing untoward. I just need to pick up the disc that fell to the floor. Join me, won't you? And I'm back. I've never heard of this. Based on a true story, starring Jane Seymour, The Only Way. Let's find out together what exactly this is, shall we? This is from VCI Classic Entertainment and NVD Visual, directed by Brent Christensen. We have Jane Seymour and probably anybody in this country would recognize. This in April 1940, the armies of Nazi Germany invaded Denmark. They didn't invite Denmark, they invaded Denmark. The Danish government promised peaceful cooperation on the condition that Denmark's Jews remain free. The Nazis agreed. In October 1943, the agreement was broken. Shocking. This is the true and magnificent saga of Denmark's valorous actions to save Danish Jews from Nazi extermination and peril of death. For the Danes, this was the only way. So we have bonus is Reunion from 1946, a documentary directed by Henri Cartier-Bresson, the story of the prisoners liberated from the Nazi concentration camps. I'm going to guess that's probably a tough watch. This is 86 minutes from 1970, rated G. 185 widescreen, optional English subtitles. This is fascinating. I love I love old movies, as you know. I love 70s movies, and I love old movies that are new to me. And this is an old movie that's new to me. This is, as I said, rated G, and this is region ABC. So this means, once again, anywhere in the world you pop this disc in, it will play. We will crack this open with my handy tool that's not made for doing this, but I use it for that anyway. This segment is for those who like the sound of plastic. There you are. So we crack it open, and on the inside, it is just basically a screenshot from the film on the disc. Nothing fancy, but that's okay. Full review of that coming soon. And lastly, also from Cauldron Films, we have a film I've never seen, but I've owned a copy of for like 20 plus years. So finally, I'm going to get a chance to see that. This is Frankenstein 80. This is, I believe, special effects by Carlo Rambaldi, famous or infamous Italian special effects maestro who I want to say designed E.T. And so let's read the back together, shall we? Or listen while I stumble through this. When Professor Schwartz invents a new serum that helps transplant patients better accept their new organs, Dr. Frankenstein quickly steals it to bring to life his greatest creation, Mosaic. Once alive, Mosaic is uncontrollable and escapes from the lab nightly to solicit prostitutes and leave a trail of corpses across the city that only seems to baffle the police and create a wave of fear, as it would. Mario Mancini's, he was the camera operator for Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace and Black Sunday. Only film as director is a stylish, gory, and sleazy take on the Frankenstein story in true Italian exploitation fashion, with nods to giallo films, a streak of dark humor featuring gruesome special effects by Carlo Rambaldi, E.T. and Bay of Blood, and starring Gordon Mitchell from Shanghai Joe, Zero Pappas from Black Killer, John Richardson from Black Sunday, Renato Romano from The Fifth Chord, and Dalia Di Lazzaro from Plush for Frankenstein. Cauldron Films is delirious to present Frankenstein 80 uncensored and restored on Blu-ray for the first time to an unsuspecting North American audience. I can believe it. Special features are Dahlia Forever, the recorded memories of Dalia Di Lazzaro, Little Frankenstein's History of Italian Frankenstein Films with Domenico Monetti, and a commentary by film historian Heather Drain, who I'm Facebook friends with, funny enough. So this is 1972, 88 minutes, 185 widescreen. English audio is 2.0 mono. Italian audio is 2.0 audio. We have English or English SDH subtitles. And this is another that is region A, B, and C, which, as if you've been following and paying attention to me so far today, means that you can play it anywhere in the world, which is cool. For years, those of us who didn't have all region players, you'd see a release in another country and you'd be like, "Ugh." And then occasionally you'd find out that certain companies would say that they were a different region, but they actually would be all region, and you'd say yay. And it's nice when that goes in every different direction. So the front is like this. The back is what I was reading was right there. We crack it open. We've got the disc and a revoiceable cover with what looks to be some of the original Italian poster art. So that's cool. I look forward to watching this. Like I said, I've had a copy of this since the 90s that I picked up used at, I think it was First Run Video in Brattleboro, Vermont. I picked it up used there. Pretty sure that's where it was, in this used tape bin of disreputable films that nobody wanted. And I picked it up for like $1 or $2 or something like that. And it's got a great sleazy cover, and I've just never watched it. So now I'll be watching it in a transfer where I probably can see most of what's going on, so that's really cool. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Coming Soon. I'll keep doing these as often as I get more than 3 discs at a time, or I'll save them up and we'll do these, because it's fun to find out together. Fun to find out what your voice really sounds like, too, when I play this back. So that's a little something for anybody who ever saw the commercials for the Boston Museum of Science in New England as a kid. Thank you for joining me. I will see you the next time I have anything to talk about that is coming soon.